Hi there, my name is Arjo and I'm a spiritual coach, and I have a non religious, non dogmatic, and practical approach towards spirituality. Today, I'll talk about the most important concept that you need to understand in order to expand your consciousness and achieve what I call spiritual maturity. This concept is called the mind world. The mind world is really the elephant in the room that most people who brand themselves as spiritual tend to miss in their spiritual journey. You can attend all these spiritual events and ceremonies, spend hundreds of hours in yoga poses, but if you don't understand this concept of the mind world, then you'll get stuck in your spiritual growth. In order for you to understand the mind world, first you have to step out of your personal story and zoom out of your personal experience of life. Take a break from that narrative that you have in your mind about who you are, where you're from, and what you do. This way, you can see the bigger picture clearly, without any biases or misconceptions, and be more grounded with reality. Okay, so let's start with this. Imagine this is the universe. Of course, we know the universe is much bigger than this. The universe is infinite and it is boundless. But for the sake of our discussion, let's represent the universe with this circle. Everything that exists is inside this circle. There are celestial objects such as stars, suns, moons, and planets. The universe is alive, and these objects are interconnected and are always moving in a state of harmony with each other. This harmonious movement allows for life to exist. And so we have our planet, and we are the children of this planet. The universe is perfect. It is complete because it allows for everything to exist. Our solar system is perfect. It is complete because the sun is always active and it allows for our beautiful planet to exist. Our planet is also perfect. It is an abundant paradise. It is complete with beautiful scenery, different ecosystems, and all the natural resources that we could ever want or need. Our human body, just like the planet, is a masterpiece. It is complete. Every cell, organ, and system is designed to function in harmony, allowing us to live the fullness of life. We can heal, grow, explore, and play. We can think, feel, love, and create. The human body is like a magical machine, made perfectly to keep us alive and allow for blissful experiences. This is the truth. We live in paradise. We have a complete universe, we have a complete sun, we have a complete planet, a complete body. If another person from another galaxy will look at our solar system from afar on a superficial level, I think he can easily say that, hey, it seems like human beings are so lucky. They already have everything and they are living in paradise. They must be living in heaven. But as a human being living on earth in these modern times, with all this technology and materialism, we know that most people are sad, lonely, and depressed. For most, especially those living in big cities, their lives are closer to hell than heaven. Everything around us is complete, but somehow, in our minds, we are incomplete. Like something is missing. We are disconnected from the reality that we live in paradise. We are disconnected from this truth because we do not live in the real world, but instead we live inside our minds, inside our human mind world. The human mind world is an illusion, a mental projection based on our beliefs, judgments, and assumptions. Since the day you were born, you've been using your senses like a camera, taking pictures of your experiences. You use your eyes, ears, nose, touch, and taste, and take pictures of every moment. These pictures of life are stored in your mind, stacking up like a movie until you've created a mental copy of the world, a mind world. This mental copy includes your story. You have a picture of your childhood, your teenage life, your relationships, your city, your beliefs, your religion, how you see the world, and how you see yourself. You live your waking life through the lens of this mind world, this mental copy of the world. As babies, we all exist in a state of pure consciousness, fully connected to the present moment, experiencing life as it unfolds naturally. Children live with a natural joy and curiosity because they haven't yet built their mind world. But as we grow older, we start taking pictures of the world and our mind begins accumulating beliefs, judgments, and assumptions. As teenagers, we start to rebel against our parents because our mind world clashes with theirs. We start to feel insecure because we start to build a picture of perfection in our mind world that don't match with our real selves. By adulthood, our mind world is a swamp of expectations, judgments, and comparisons. It causes stress, confusion, suffering, and even physical discomfort and disease. What was once a state of pure consciousness becomes an overburdened, constipated mind, weighed down by all these mental illusions. You end up living in two worlds: the real world, where life happens in the present, and the mind world, the illusion you've created. I want to insert a point here that the mind world, it's not evil. It's not good or bad. It is what it is. It's a function of our minds, a portion of our consciousness that can be very useful in creating things. We use it to plan and to visualize our projects when we want to build something. It's great for that. The problem is our lack of awareness and understanding that the mind world is not real. It's just in our minds. We spend so much time in the mind world that we think it's real. And because you think it's real, you invest so much of your emotions to the pictures in your mind. And so your happiness becomes dependent on whether the pictures in the mind matches the real world. When the two don't align, we feel disappointed, sad, or even trapped. And so, from being fully present with pure consciousness as babies, when you were joyful and excited about life, we turn into sad, lonely, insecure, depressed adults with constipated minds. The mind world is not real. It's a fog that distorts how you perceive the world. It's like a parasite that feeds off your mental and emotional energy. It takes away the joy and fullness of experiencing life in the present moment. It prevents you from seeing the truth, the beauty, and perfection in yourself and everything around you. It may take time for you to fully understand this concept of the mind world. For me, it took me months to really absorb it. So you may want to watch this video over and over again. But if you're serious about your spiritual growth, then you have to understand this. The mind world blocks and covers your connection with the universe. If you're living your life through the lens of your mind world, then you limit your connection with the universe. Once you let go of the mind world, then you can uncover the truth and see the world for how it actually is. You will be able to see from the eyes of pure consciousness, from the eyes of the universe, because you, the real you, not the you in your mind world, not the picture of yourself you have in your mind world, but your essence, the real you, is the waking, living, walking consciousness of the universe. That's the enlightenment, okay? And what's preventing you from understanding and experiencing that is the mind world. Here are some examples of how the mind world drains our energy and keeps us disconnected from truth and from the universe. Think about the person who spends hours scrolling through social media, comparing themselves to others. They see perfect lives, flawless bodies, and endless success, curated images, many of which are fake. So they see perfection in social media and they take a picture of that perfection in their mind and create a copy of perfection in their mind world. Then they overlap that picture of perfection with their reality. and they live through the lens of this perfection. Naturally, because the picture of perfection is not real, it will not match with the real world. And so, because they live inside their mind world, they believe that these pictures are real. And so, they feel inadequate and insecure. To feel good about themselves, they always seek attention and approval from others to get validation through likes, comments, and drama. This constant need for validation drains their energy and leaves them feeling empty, disconnected from the present, and unhappy with who they are. And so, they turn off a lot of people who feel drained just being around them. This creates a cycle of dissatisfaction. Instead of appreciating their own lives and accomplishments and who they really are, they reject themselves and they waste mental energy chasing an illusion of perfection that doesn't exist. Another example are people who are stuck in an idealized fantasy. Imagine someone who has created a mental picture of their perfect partner. This picture is based on a collection of ideals and images from movies, social media, past relationships, or even peer pressure. In their mind world, their future partner needs to meet specific physical traits, have certain personality characteristics, and live up to a set of expectations that are often unrealistic. And so, because they live through the lens of their mind world, when they meet someone new, they unconsciously compare them to this idealized image in their mind. Instead of seeing the person for who they truly are, they focus on what's missing or what's wrong compared to their mental projection, compared to that mental image, that idealized partner they have in their mind. Maybe the person they met, the real person in front of them, doesn't have the right job, or they're not outgoing enough, or they don't fit the perfect picture of attractiveness that's built up in their head. As a result, they reject potential partners who could be wonderful for them in the real world because no one can match the unrealistic standards of their mind world. This person remains single, frustrated, and unfulfilled. They feel like they'll never find the one. But the truth is, their mind is sabotaging their ability to form real, meaningful connections with others. Another common trap of the mind world is the way it pulls us away from the present by holding on to past mistakes and projecting fear into the future. Whether it's reliving a failure, a missed opportunity, or an argument, the mind world replays these moments in a loop, trapping us in feelings of regret, guilt, and shame. At the same time, it projects worst-case scenarios about the future, making us anxious about things that haven't even happened yet. When we focus on the past, we lose the ability to enjoy new experiences, and when we focus on future fears, we drain ourselves emotionally, living in a state of constant anxiety about what may or may not happen. In both cases, the mind world robs us of the joy, freedom, and peace that can only be found in the present moment. By letting go of the mind world, we let go of these mental loops, and we can reclaim our energy and experience life with a clearer, more peaceful mind. Every person lives inside their own mind world, but there's good news. We can break free from it. By recognizing that the mind world is an illusion and reconnecting with the present moment, we can begin to see the truth. This universe, this planet, this body is a paradise. Once we let go of our mind world, we will naturally see the world for what it truly is. The real world is a divine masterpiece. It is beautiful, harmonious, and alive. The more we let go of the mind world, the more we can live fully in the richness of life. This is the transformation from the human mind world to the universe mind. And we do that through self-reflection and meditation. So, if you want to learn more about how to meditate and let go of the mind world, Check out my school community below in the description called Modern Enlightenment. That's it for now. Thank you and see you soon.